Stop scrolling. If this video found you today, it may be because God has been trying to get your attention. Don't leave yet, what you're about to hear could change everything. My child, something important happened while you were sleeping last night, and you do not know about it yet. While your eyes were closed and everything around you became quiet, I was already working for you. While your mind finally rested from all its worries, my hands were moving in places you could never see. I did not wake you because this was not your battle to fight. It was mine. But today I want you to know what I have done because I never want you to walk through this day without knowing that I have been with you all along. Listen carefully because these words are for you. Just now, you felt something inside your heart that made you stop for a moment. That feeling was not an accident. It was my spirit gently reaching for you. I have called your heart many times before, but the noise of life often covered my voice before you could hear it. Today is different. Today you stopped. Today you are listening. And heaven rejoices every time you choose to listen to me. Last night, unseen plans were forming around your life. They looked normal. They appeared harmless. They came through ordinary situations and familiar faces, which made them even more dangerous. But nothing is hidden from my eyes. I saw every detail before it reached you, and I stepped in at the perfect moment. I changed what needed to be changed. I closed the doors that would have brought pain into your life. I redirected the path that could have led you into deep trouble. I did all of this while you were sleeping because I do not need your strength to protect you. I am your defender even when you are resting. Maybe you felt uneasy during the night. Maybe your sleep was interrupted, or your heart felt heavy without any clear reason. Perhaps you woke up feeling tired even though you had enough sleep. Do not think it was only your imagination. There was a battle taking place that you could not see, and your life was at the center of it. But I did not allow the darkness to reach you. I stood between you and everything that wanted to harm you. Before it could touch your life, I stopped it completely. That is why I am speaking to you today. For a long time, you have quietly asked me for a sign. Deep inside your heart, you have wondered if I still notice you. You have questioned whether your prayers truly reach me. You have asked yourself if your life still matters in my plans. Those questions have stayed hidden in your heart, even though you never spoke them out loud. Hear my answer today. I see every tear you have cried. I hear every prayer you have whispered. I know every thought you have carried in silence. Last night I moved on your behalf without waiting for you to ask because my love for you is greater than your understanding. My care for you does not depend on perfect prayers. It flows from my heart because you are my beloved child. Do not ignore this moment. Do not treat these words like something ordinary. When you become aware that my hand is protecting your life, everything begins to change. You stop making decisions through fear. You stop believing that you are facing life alone. You begin to walk with confidence because you know I am walking beside you. But when you forget my presence, fear begins to control your choices, and worry becomes louder than faith. My child, you have never been alone. Not yesterday. Not last night. Not even for one single moment of your life. I have been with you through every joy and every painful season. I know how difficult these past months have been for you. I know the pressure you carry every morning before anyone else sees your face. I know the weight you hide behind your smile. I know how many times you told people that everything was fine while your heart was quietly breaking inside. Others believed your words, but I always saw the truth. Nothing has ever been hidden from me. Every silent struggle, every lonely night, every secret tear has been completely visible before my eyes. My child, you were never created to carry all these burdens by yourself. That was never my plan for your life. Yet somewhere along the journey, you started trusting your own strength more than my hands. You believed you had to solve everything on your own. You lowered your expectations because you were afraid of being disappointed again. You stayed busy so you would not have to face the deeper questions inside your heart. I watched those habits slowly become part of your life, and I waited for the right time to step in. That time is now. What happened last night was not an accident. It was an act of my mercy. I interrupted a pattern that has quietly controlled your life for far too long. For years you have walked through the same cycles, returning to what felt familiar even when it left you empty inside. I saw where that road would eventually lead. I saw the future that was forming if nothing changed. Because I love you too much to leave you there, I stepped in with power, wisdom, and perfect timing. Very soon, you will notice that some things feel different. Before those changes surprise you, I want you to understand why they are happening. Some doors will stay closed no matter how hard you try to open them. Some relationships will slowly become distant without any argument or explanation. Even some desires that once controlled your heart will quietly lose their power over you because I am leading you into something far better than what you are leaving behind. My child, do not be afraid when old things begin to fade from your life. Do not chase what I have already asked to leave. I am not taking good things away from you. I am making room for better things that match the future I have prepared for you. You may not understand every change right now, but trust that my wisdom reaches far beyond what your eyes can see. I always see the beginning and the ending at the same time. You only see the next step, but I already know the entire journey. That is why you can safely place your future in my hands. There are blessings coming toward you that could never grow in the old places where you have been standing. Some of the ground beneath your feet must change before the harvest can appear. Do not mistake my protection for rejection. When I close a door, it is because I know what waits behind it. When I delay something, it is because I know the timing that will bring the greatest good into your life. I have never been late. I have never forgotten you. Even when everything seemed silent, I was still working. Every delay carried a purpose. Every closed door carried mercy. Every unanswered prayer was leading you toward something greater than you imagined. My child, there were moments when you believed I had abandoned you. You looked around and saw others moving ahead while your own life seemed frozen. You wondered why your efforts produced so little. You questioned whether I had chosen someone else instead of you. But I never stopped watching over you. I was preparing you while you thought you were waiting. I was strengthening your character while you were asking only for quicker answers. I was teaching your heart to trust me even when nothing around you seemed to change. Faith grows strongest when it learns to stand without visible proof. I have seen every sacrifice you made that nobody thanked you for. I have seen every act of kindness that was ignored. I have seen every time you chose honesty when lying would have been easier. None of those moments were wasted. Nothing done with love and faith ever disappears from my sight. I keep record of every quiet victory, every humble prayer, and every decision to keep going when giving up seemed easier. Your obedience has not been forgotten. Your tears have not been ignored. They have become seeds that will soon produce a harvest you cannot yet imagine. My child, stop measuring your life by what you do not have today. Instead, remember how many times I have already carried you through impossible situations. Think about the battles you believed would destroy you but somehow you survived. Think about the doors that opened when every human solution failed. Think about the strength you found on days when you believed you had none left. That strength came from me. I have been holding you far longer than you realize. Even now, while you listen to these words, I am arranging things in your favor. Conversations are taking place that you know nothing about. Hearts are changing without your effort. Opportunities are moving closer with every passing day. I am working in places your hands cannot reach. So stop believing that nothing is happening simply because you cannot see it yet. The roots always grow before the fruit appears. The sunrise begins before your eyes notice the light. In the same way, my promises begin working long before you recognize the results. Keep trusting me even during the quiet seasons. Keep praying even when the answers seem delayed. Keep walking even when the road feels lonely. I promise that your faith is not being wasted. Soon you will look back and realize that every difficult season was preparing you for a blessing that could only come after your heart was ready. My child, do not let fear convince you to return to what I have already rescued you from. The past may feel familiar, but familiar does not always mean safe. I am calling you forward, not backward. I am leading you into freedom, not into another cycle of disappointment. Hold tightly to my hand. Listen for my voice above every other voice. When confusion comes, choose peace instead of panic. When doubt speaks loudly, remember the promises I have already placed inside your heart. My plans for you have not changed. My love for you has not grown weaker. My power has not become smaller. I am still the same faithful God who has carried you through every storm, and I will continue carrying you until the day you finally see everything I have been preparing for you all along.